Hey there, Capricorn. This is Leanne with Mystic Inspirations, and I'm here to bring you your mid-month mini for June 15th through the 30th. Um, I would like to start with a little intuitive message I'm getting for, a few of you. I feel like you're feeling like you're on the outside, and you have some things that you're dealing with that you feel like are ugly, okay, and you're keeping it quiet. You have there's just something inside of you, and it's not like something you've done or anything like that. It's like a part of you that you have sort of it's come up, and you're trying to come to grips with it, but you're afraid that if you say who you really are, that the people around you, or the people that you love, or the ones that you care about their opinion most, they're going to think that you're ugly. And I mean ugly in not in a sense of um, aesthetics, right? Not like you have an unpleasing physique or face to look at, but I feel ugly, like ugly to the core. Like there's some what you consider to be ugliness, or what others consider to be ugliness inside of you. Like you feel like there's something, like the word ugly just keeps coming up. So I feel like there's something inside of you that, again, you have sort of reconciled with the fact that it's there. Now the trick is, of course, to integrate that and get some healing, get some healing where that is concerned, because um, there's some divine sort of guidance leading you to deal with this situation. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to at least one of you, right? So this is a general reading, obviously. Excuse me. This isn't going to resonate with everybody. Neither will the message with the tarot cards. So please feel free to watch your moon sign video, or the um, video for your rising or ascendant sign. I've even had some people, watch other transit planets that are heavy in your natal chart, videos for those. Now, I am not an astrologer. I don't know near enough as much, what I would like to about astrology, but I do know we've had some pretty heavy energies happening in the last year, really. But the last couple of months, I I believe Mars is still in retrograde. Um, you're going to have to maybe find one of your favorite astrologers and see what type of transits are happening, and see about your birth chart where all that stuff lands, because depending on what house it lands in, it may affect you greatly. Okay, and that's why sometimes these messages are really just pertaining to a few. Okay, our sun signs definitely, it's the sun. It's our life force. It's what is our major impact. But when we have as many planets as we do going retrograde and squaring and trining, I mean, we just had a grand cross. Again, I know just enough to really get myself in trouble with trying to explain things, but just know that um, it might be beneficial for you to watch other videos. And I really feel this mostly for you, Capricorn, because there is so much going on right now. And you being a very, I mean, you're an earth sign, and I feel like, you're the businessman, businesswoman. You're very practical, very grounded, almost stingy a little bit. Um, but I'm telling you, this card layout is just a little bit odd. So let's get to the cards. Your um, underlying theme or overall energy is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups speaks to, um, you know, obviously cups being emotional, but it's choices, right? So sevens being that which are sort of busting out of the stability of the six. Okay, so you've got these choices, and all of these cups look like they're very fulfilling and very wonderful, and there's some really great things in there. But this is sort of it's a trick, right? Like, or is it? Is this daydreaming? Is this real? I feel like some of the choices that you feel are um, viable for you, that are going to be emotionally fulfilling for you, they're not practical right now. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to happen ever. Okay, so just keep in mind that you may have to wait. Okay, sevens are also a time to they indicate a sort of a stepping back and assessment period. Okay, this might be where you have to um, sort of listen to your inner self and sort of look at everything with a fresh pair of eyes. Maybe take a nap or something. Like just sort of take the illusion out of it. Okay? So this is what's going to be ribboning through the last half of this month. And honestly, Capricorn, I feel like this energy, this confusion, this option, this stepping back and weighing things out, this has sort of been happening um, for a little while, but this is really just kind of popping up towards the end, probably more like when I'm actually posting this video. And this energy I feel like this may last into the first or 2 weeks of July, maybe even longer, in that there are certain options and certain um, things that present itself, or people, that you won't really know if they're a viable option until later. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So that's our underlying theme slash overall energy. We've got our focus cards here. We've got Four of Swords. So rest, recuperation, retreat, meditation, taking a break from electronics. We've got Temperance, mixing that which doesn't normally mix well together. This is healing. This is alchemy. This is manifesting and making something work that didn't work before. This is keeping your passion in check. And by passion, I don't just mean intimate type passion, but I mean anger or excitement or anxiety. Sort of keeping a lid on that, knowing that passion and desire can, yes, propel you forward, but this balanced healing energy is what needs to happen right now. So, and along with the Four of Swords resting and your balanced healing energy, we also have the Two of Swords. So it looks like there is definitely a decision that needs to be made. And, um, I have to mention, anytime there's a Two of Swords coming up, the indecision is a decision. Okay? So don't think that's very out of character for you, Capricorn. You're very much decisive. Um, Sometimes too quickly. Okay? So um, this is also, I feel like, for you, Capricorn, I feel like this decision needs to be made more from your intuition, and you're not necessarily used to going by intuition alone. You're very practical, you're very matter of fact, very tangible. So you like to see numbers, you like to see it on paper, you like to see, you like to see the growth in the garden. Like, you're very hands on. This is something that you're going to have to use your intuition on. That she's blindfolded here, and I feel like for some of you, the information has yet to be seen. in order to make a decision. Okay, I feel like for some of you, the decision has already been made, but you're sort of keeping it close to your chest, and that may actually relate back to the stones that I had thrown, where I felt like there's something inside of you that you sort of maybe need to let out, but you're maybe afraid of people's reaction. Okay, so excuse me. There's also the possibility that um, you're turning a blind eye to the information that would actually lead you to a decision made, with the best information. So, a couple of different scenarios there for you, Cap. Um, as as these are focus cards, we know that unless you can take a break and get some rest, you're not going to be able to make a clear-headed decision. Okay, and we've got Temperance smack dab in the middle of all of this. So, you know, healing, alchemy, mixing that which does not mix. I feel like for a great many of you, we're talking interracial couple. Okay, it's just popping up. I feel like for some of you, there is a mix of a spiritual belief and practice that is not of the norm. Something in the more of the occult. Okay, and you're going to need to decide whether you're actually going to say anything about it. This might be something that you do have to keep close to your chest because, unfortunately, we live in a world that is, effing crazy. And, I'm never one to back down from being who you are and living in your truth. But I am telling you, there, don't make your decision out of fear, but, be smart about it. Who are you telling? you know? So maybe that's what's going through your mind, Cap, is that, you have some information to tell people and you're, it's bothering you. It's keeping you up at night. And the reason I say keeping you up at night is because we also have the Four of Cups here. And sometimes when you've got two sets of fours, that can definitely indicate sleepless nights. Okay? Um, Personally, as Capricorn Moon and Rising, I can attest to the fact that I have not had a full night's sleep since the 1st of June. The energies are all over the place, right? So, in any case, try to get some rest. Try to do meditation. Try to get some enlightenment and guidance. And if nothing else, quiet the mind. Don't stay away from binge watching Netflix. Stay away from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is that you're you know the media, just the bombardedness of too much information coming in at one time, and everything's coming in so fast. I feel like this whole like even doing this reading, I feel like I had to just take a breath because like my thoughts were jumbling in so fast I couldn't even get them out of my mouth, like my words out of my mouth fast enough, right? So there's this anxious energy. So take a break, Capricorn. Take a break. Find some healing. This four of Swords and Temperance card. This is a very meditative healing combination. Okay, and then we add the Two of Swords to that. So you might be deciding, okay, what is it that I need to heal? Do you have to choose one or the other? Do you have to choose a remedy? Maybe the choice isn't so much, um, you know, speaking, which, swords definitely deal with communications, but, maybe the choice is um, choosing to allow yourself to rest, to heal. Sometimes we just don't give ourselves a break, right? We just feel like we have to go, go, go. And Capricorns are notorious workaholics, right? You're very successful, very dependable, very, if you need something done, ask a Capricorn. It's going to get done. If a Capricorn says they're going to do it, it's done. Don't even think twice about it, right? So, um, maybe this is a choice of deciding what you need to temper. What do you need to mellow out? What do you need to water down in your life? Do you need to water down energy that is spent spinning your tires, so to speak, like a hamster wheel? That's not doing you any good. We have two very, you know, resting and sitting positioned cards here, and then underneath, what's going to help you and what's coming your way is the Four of Cups. So, you might be getting an offer of help in the form of, um, I hate to say emotional fulfillment. That's really not the words I'm looking for. Support, sort of moral support. You might have a cheerleader on your side, right? You might have someone, that can be like, you know what, you can do this, you got this, or, here, let me help you, and it's going to help you emotionally because it looks like you're drained. Okay, you're going back to the drawing board. As a focus card, Temperance is, you know, sort of going back, rewriting the recipe and mixing something that doesn't normally mix well. So, you know, this this offer of, love or help or just and by love I don't necessarily mean a romantic love. I mean, accolade or, just a stable, hey, let me give you a hug, or gosh, you did an amazing job. Just like some affirmations maybe. And you may not even notice it, right? Because you're head to the grindstone or nose to the grindstone. So what may hinder you then is the Magician. And I have to say, um, sorry about that. When I was laying the cards out, this particular deck, The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans, I keep this deck upright. I don't read reversals in this deck. And when I laid the cards out, um, this particular card was reversed. Okay? So even though if I was reading reversals, I would turn them upright just for, easier to read purposes, but I would make note of it in that, the Magician is an energy of manifestation. And really, everything you think can come to fruition, okay? As above, so below. And everything on this table is every element and every tool that could possibly be needed, plus other entities and the universe supporting whatever it is that you want to manifest. You can make physical. You can manifest an, a tangible, actual thing, whatever that thing is. And what that starts from is your thoughts. Right here, you have to decide what it is you want. What do you want, Capricorn? Be clear. Okay, so this is happening. This is manifesting. So be careful of what you're thinking. Okay, it's sort of careful of what you wish for. Well, no, you may not be wishing for something, but if you're constantly worried about something, that is the same as wishing for something. That is the um, that tape recorder that continues on in the back of your mind. That it's like, for instance, if uh, let's see, let's say you have you know your car is almost out of gas and you made it to work, and all day long you're thinking, am I going to make it to the gas station before I have to drive home? Like, it's not something that you think consciously, but in the back of your mind you keep thinking, am I going to make it home? Am I going to make it home? Am I going to make it home? Or you have somebody in the military and they are across seas and you're worried about them and you're thinking about them. I hope they're safe. I hope they're safe. I hope they're safe. Well, you don't necessarily have to say out loud, I hope they're safe, but subconsciously they're on your mind all the time. Okay, and this can pertain literally to any and everything. This can pertain to mundane things like what am I going to fix for dinner, or um, you know did I pack everything I need for my trip, like sort of, or those tapes and messages from back in the day. Some PE teacher might have said, you're just worthless. You can't climb that rope. You're never going to amount to anything. Like, things like that sort of stick with you, and they replay themselves without you even knowing it, right? Like, you don't have to think about it. It's just there. So with the magician, um, that the fact that it's happening can also be a hindrance in that your thoughts may not be where they need to be. Okay, and so that's where this magician reversed is coming in. And the magician can be a trickster. Okay, sleight of hand. It's like, hey, look at this hand up here, and then a quarter pops out of the other one. Okay, so that this could hinder you. This tricky energy, this tricky way of thinking. Um, be very careful, Capricorn. You're intelligent and hardworking, and you have every possible thing you need to manifest. Be sure you are clear on what you want. Be clear on what you think all the time. If you have to listen to positive affirmation tapes at night, do it. If there is even the possibility that there is some nasty little bullshit running through your head, get rid of it. Okay? Because fear-based thoughts are going to manifest fear-based actual things. Okay? A fear-based reality. Fear-based thoughts create a fear-based reality. Okay? And what our end game is, though, Capricorn, um, and also, let me back up for a second. The Seven of Cups is also offering a little bit of confusion to add to the mix, right? So be clear on what you want. Discern what is real and what isn't. This magician that is happening, I feel like these are our focus cards. This is help for you. This is happening and a hindrance, or this is happening and can be a hindrance. So you're manifesting, but make sure you know what you're manifesting with this 7. Okay? Because your end game then is this beautiful star card. A little note on the star card. Yes, it is hope. Yes, it is possibilities. Yes, it is the planets aligning, and good God, these transits need to settle themselves down for sure. But the star card is also sort of purging everything to the point where you are at complete surrender, right? Because, I mean, look, she's naked. She's like, look, I am pouring everything I have. I'm pouring out everything in my spirit and everything physically. She's pouring, her water, her essence, her life. She's pouring it out on the land and in the water. So this is an emotional, spiritual, and physical purging. Some look at this as a loss, but I feel mostly that this is a surrender. This is sort of the, okay, stars, if you are all I have to look at to guide me in the darkness of this situation, then light it up. Because here I am, I'm naked. I've given you everything. I've given my essence into the earth and I've given it into the water. Now do what needs to happen. Like, I feel like that's where the hope comes from. Okay? I don't feel like this is one of those hopeful, oh, dreams come true kind of cards. And yes, they can. It can indicate that. But with the energies that we're going through right now, I feel like this is very much a surrender purge of, you know what, this is it. And this also, again, goes back to my intuitive message of there is something that needs to just be let out of the bag, sort of the cat out of the bag, and just say, you know what, this is who I am. Again, maybe it's a transgender person. Maybe it is somebody who is attracted to the same sex. Maybe somebody is, again, an interracial couple. And I don't know if I had mentioned that before. I thought I had mentioned that it might be an interracial couple thing where your or the other's family is incredibly you know prejudiced, or their religious beliefs don't allow them to date or be committed to somebody outside of their religion or sect or whatever. So whatever that is for you, I feel like by the end of the month, and honestly, I feel like by the end of the first week in July, that's all going to happen. Like, it's coming out. You can't hold it anymore, really. Like, what's the point, right? So, good luck, Capricorns. I hope that has helped give you a little bit of guidance. Please be clear on what you want. Take a rest. Give your mind a break. Cut the news off. Stop watching all that bullshit. You don't need it. Okay, so here is the Temple of Balance Oracle card from the Speed of Light Oracle deck, created and illustrated by Leanne Peters. And we're just going to get a card for a little bit of extra guidance for Capricorn for the end of June, 15th through the 30th for Capricorn. Okay. Time now. And here we go. Sacred Haven. Gratitude, connect, reflect, stand still. Okay, let's see what she has to say about this. And that is card number 5, in case you're curious. That does also look like, stand still. Looks like the energies that you are definitely dealing with. And when I say you, I mean us. Okay. Appreciate what you have, and soon you will move forward again. Bask in the beauty of the moment and notice the wonderful small things to be grateful for. Outstretch your arms and connect with your own inner sacred haven, that special place within your heart and mind. It can be somewhere real or imaginary. It is safe for you to connect with your sacred haven, to retreat into the stillness and solitude, and reflect on what you appreciate and dream about at this time. There is an element of pause to this card, so do your best not to be disappointed if things aren't moving quickly. Appreciate what is, and soon you will move forward again. And the mantra with this card is, I honor this space I am in. Okay, so this really does lend itself to the reading in that, you know, this this break, this sacred haven, that's where you need to go to, find clarity, turn your mind off, build that sacred haven, whether it is an actual place. I really feel like it's more in your mind through meditation. Okay, so find your sacred haven, um, rework that recipe, reblend, redo, and be in it. Okay, and don't worry about the fact that the energies are moving a little bit slower. It's okay that they're moving slower. You're going to manifest everything you need, everything you want, everything you wish for. But again, embrace that sacred haven. Okay, that will bring you peace and solitude through all this sort of stuck energy, right? All right, Capricorn, I hope this has helped. And I always appreciate likes, comments, and of course, hit that subscribe button if you would like to see an Monday through Friday daily oracle card. I do that on my Facebook page. And I will see you back here in July. Have a good one.